It's blowing so hard I can't even fucking believe it. Billy and his wife are supposed to be here as guests. I left messages, but they're not here right now. So I guess this will be dedicated to Billy. I'm freezing my ass off down on the beach for you, Billy. Okay? Yes, they are. Thank you. Here's some highlights from tonight. This is a sighting we did for a person who came down from Alameda, and so we set up camera and decided to let him see a sighting. And as you can see, the wind is almost 30 or 40 miles an hour, and this thing is sitting there effortlessly, just hovering. See the birds? This is daylight. This is just before sun completely starts to vanish. There's a light mist. It's a really incredible sighting. Dennis and I were both signaling. I was losing my mind because he was missing out on seeing the sighting, so I was yelling for him to look at the freeway. I mean, at the mountains over and over again. But it's a very emotional thing when you see these things, and so that's to be expected. But there were multiples, and they did show up, and it was quite an amazing sighting, as you can see. And as you can see, you see the ocean. I mean, this is not small wind, and this is not something planes do. And occasionally you'll see the object actually stretch and elongate. That's something planes also don't do, or objects that are drones or anything else. Plus the sheer size of this, and this is the smallest point of focus that I could get down to. I'm using a 210 millimeter lens. Dennis and I are both signaling, and as you can see, this thing is being affected by the wind, but it's stable. It's totally stable. It's unbelievable. And it will elongate, as you can see. Look at that. Amazing. And if you look over here in the corner, you'll see that there's some activity that looks like police lights. So I believe that everybody knows what's going on here. Later, with night vision, we filmed these objects in a big triangle being harassed by helicopters that had all their lights off. So they were running in full stealth mode, obviously using green screen to see or whatever, but they had no lights on, and they couldn't be seen, nor could the UFOs after a certain point, because there were so many helicopters surrounding the UFOs that basically they had to dim down, and it was like a little UFO versus Navy helicopter war. And eventually they disbanded and flew away for some strange reason. As you can see, this is nothing man-made. We signaled, they showed up. And this is not a joke. This is obviously a UFO. These are obviously planes. The UFOs, as you can see, don't look anything like the planes. You see? That's a strobing light that's spinning around with multiple colors on some kind of military plane from the Navy. And that is a UFO. Pretty easy to figure out. These are obviously UFOs and not planes. Okay? You see what happens here? And this is in a huge wind. Okay? Huge. You hear that wind, folks? That's a crosswind of about 30 miles an hour. Okay? Nothing posts like that. You see the formation? Look at how they're holding position. Okay? These objects are not from this earth. Now watch. Papui. Gone. Planes don't vanish into a time tunnel, folks. Okay? Period.